said?
I heard that he tried. I heard he said something, but you can't. Couldn't make out what he said.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's really low.
We're streaming.
We're streaming.
I think. Hey, we're streaming. Yeah, I'll be damned.
Okay, everybody roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Ha
God, no.
I've actually got my characters here behind me. Cormac Rest.
All right.
Gringe.
So I think Cody's talking. I can see his little icon light up, but I cannot hear him.
Right. I'm gonna go grab a pen real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ba-do-do-do.
And with the best live stream on the internet, Mike has evacuated the camera. Let's see.
Oh, we're putting out some really good broadcasting right now.
Right.
All right.
Is it not working?
Oh yeah, Mike had to get up and go do something. So, and Cody, I can't hear, so I hope we're okay there.
Uh-oh. Let me see if I can turn him up on my end.
He may have to type, huh?
I've seen crazier. We'll play in mud. That's fine.
Kaylin's been kind of mute most of the game anyway.
Yeah, I know. I think Kaylin is a mute.
If he could just write down at the bottom, swing pole arm, kill the guy on the right.
Random murder.
Right.
Enough of the random murders, you guys.
I had a plan. I don't know what it was, but I had a plan.
Oh no, it was a plan. You had a plan, and it led us to have someone that's still out there that knows what we're doing.
You had a very astute eye there. You thought he was running toward your, So
yeah.
I didn't think it was random. I thought it was pretty smart.
I swear, guys, I'm not a murder hobo.
Well, I didn't say that now. I won't go that far, man. There he is.
I'm here, but I need your help real quick.
Okay. What's up, bro?
I somehow misplaced my character sheet. I can't find it.
Oh, no.
You have mine. Did you lose mine? You haven't sent me my new stuff.
Dude, so you tore up your character sheets? Dang, man. I only missed one game. I was gone only 1 week.
Still have mine.
Very funny.
I have mine.
All right. You ready, Cody? You want to write this down?
Yeah.
So, Strength 14, Intelligence 9, Wisdom 14, Con 7, Dex 13, Charisma 10. You are level 2.
Oh god, it's about to get really loud.
Hit points 12, save 13. Armor class. I don't have any of your equipment though.
I got it. I know what that is. I know what that stuff is.
Okay, let's see here. AC 12, pole arm, 1d6 plus 1. Your special is, if you roll a 19 or 20, you get a second attack roll. And you have a plus 1 to hit bonus. Okay. Actually, you're level 2, so you have a, and you get 2 attacks at level 2. All of the fighters get 2 attacks at level 2 on anything with a 1 HD or a half a HD. So that's pretty cool. Okay, are we ready?
No.
Oh.
I need you to go back up a little slower, like with the
sorry. Crystal, did you say you had yours? You didn't have yours.
Yeah, I still have mine.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had to write it down.
Okay, so Strength 14.
It 9, I got that.
Yeah, Wisdom 14. Con 7, Dex 13, Charisma 10, hit points 12.
Got that.
Save is 13.
Got that.
And your armor class is 12.
Got that.
Cool. Let me double check. Yep, that's right. Okay, so we last left off. You guys had just gone up to the rooms in the tavern at about noon, right?
Yeah.
To discuss your plans and maybe rest for the until you're supposed to go out and meet the Aklo No, right?
Yep.
Okay. So anything you want to talk about before we start? I mean, you guys want to talk among yourselves? Anything you want to role play or any things you want to do?
I think we're okay.
I look at everybody and I kind of say, all right, so we know we haven't got this money.
Right.
But what are we going to do? Like, we can't just not pay the guy.
What? What do you mean?
We're going to have her branded, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got that taken care of, I thought.
Yeah, we got some money.
We
sold that amulet off of the guard.
Oh, right.
And
I robbed the drunkard.
You robbed the drunkard? That's right.
Yeah, he had more money than you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
He was loaded.
So while you're talking about this money, you hear a knock at the door. Light knock at the door and a whisper.
Oh, listen.
Oh.
And again, you hear a light knock, and you hear Un Ellenby. Cringe. Kaya, someone, open up.
Oh, well, we better let him in. I mean, he owns the place.
Yeah.
So I go to the door and I open it.
Okay, he looks around down the hall, then he comes in, shuts the door behind him. Listen, I don't know what happened, but the other elf woke up, and he's telling some story that Kalen attacked and killed his buddy coming out of the barracks.
No way.
Nah.
He looks around at Kalen and sees a little blood splatter on his whole arm.
Uh-oh.
You guys, I don't know what happened. I won't, but I think you better get out of here because they're gonna come. The Anno Glow is supposed to be at the old ruined tavern at midnight. That is 5 miles north. Get on the road just outside of town here and head north. Kind of like the picture here, right? The tavern would be in the foreground that you can't see, right? And he's basically saying, take this road north. In about 5 miles, you'll come to an old ruined building. It used to be an old tavern. And that's where he's going to be around midnight tonight.
Oh, let's head for it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the warning.
Yes, I don't know what happened, but I will make assumptions that it's not. There was good reason for it.
Absolutely.
100%.
So he takes you into the hall, and he takes you down to his quarters, into his room, and through the back room to a back door. Not really a secret door, just a small step-through door. As you step through that, you step out onto a like an enclosed little room where he seems to have piled clothes and things, almost like a closet, and then through a window out onto a small deck, and that deck has a short wooden stairway that goes down 2 flights to behind the tavern.
Okay, so we're gonna follow that out, and how far down? We don't have to like climb down, right?
No, it's just steps. They're just old rickety wooden steps. Obviously, it hasn't been used a lot, so just an old.
The horses.
The horses. Well, you'd have to go back. You'd have to come back around the tavern and back into the center of town to go to the stables. But you can certainly go for it. It's up to you.
Sounds awful risky.
That it does.
I say we leave them for now. Maybe we'll have a chance to come back.
I mean, you don't have to run. You can try to negotiate or talk, to these people.
I mean, they've seen Gringe and Kalen, sorry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of there as I came upon the scene.
Right.
They don't really even know who cast sleep on them.
Really?
Really, if you think about it.
Oh.
Bailey!
Bailey wants to play.
That's right.
No, Bailey wants to attack whoever's at the doorbell.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you're headed north then, out of town. Yeah, he said it's about 5 miles up the road. It is a well-used road. They clearly use this road for all the locals that live farther away from the village. They use this road to transport, obviously, carts and grain and things. So it's almost like it's a thoroughfare, so to speak.
Right.
And as you move north on this road, farther out, and I'm assuming you guys are making pretty good speed, right? You're not like leisurely.
No, we're pushing.
Yeah. So at about a 12, I would say 8 to 12 minute pace, right?
Yeah.
So and as you get farther out from town, you notice that there's less of these little huts and little homesteads. You start passing long fields of corn and other agriculture, and now it's sparse. You're not seeing many people at all, many huts at all. After about 40 minutes of hoofing it pretty good here, you see into your right as you come down the hill, you see this old derelict, looks like an old 2-story building, tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now about 1:30 or so, 2 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, though.
Yes. In the afternoon.
Okay.
Should we stake it out?
Yeah, just kind of scope it out, I guess.
You guys want me to kind of stealth around it and see if I can't see there's any danger?
Sure, go for it.
That seems like a good idea, yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to sneak up to there and kind of do a perimeter and see if anything stands out.
The road here is
the road.
And the road here is also less traveled. So it's, I guess, you've got farther away from Phillipston. The road got, narrower and just less used. And also still on your right and left of the road is some grasses and some bushes. So you could potentially duck off the road if you felt you needed to.
Right. Okay,
and Gringe, you're going to try to stealthily move up to this old building?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes you just a couple minutes. As you get down to this, it's probably 26 feet long.
Yep.
Right? And it's all boarded up. Windows are boarded up. There's about 4 windows on this side of on the south side of this old tavern, and they're boarded up. And you can see the roof for the most part. Whatever was on the second story is clearly caved in to this thing. There's no roof on it now.
Yikes.
As you move, you want to move a roadside, which around to the side of this tavern, or do you want to move backside away from the road, the other side of the tavern?
Oh, I'm going to do them both eventually, but I want to start at the backside.
Right. Yeah. So you're at the backside. You want to go around the? I'm just asking if you're going to go around it. Are you going to go roadside around or backside around?
Backside around.
Okay. So that's the right side of the tavern.
Okay.
So as you come around that side, of course, you can see now fully that the roof and much of this side of the building is caved in. Right. So you can almost step into the tavern through a hole in the wall, and where the roof is just collapsed in.
Yikes.
You can almost step in here.
Does it look like it's been that way for a while, or is this recent?
Oh no, it's probably been like this for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't hear anything. It doesn't sound as if there's anything in here or moving around.
Like no one's here. Dang it. Okay. Well, I'll make my way back to the group and let them know that yeah, this one's caved in. There's no one here. This building's for naught.
No, I mean you can go in.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
I mean you could actually go in to the building, but it's just a derelict. But yeah.
Sure.
You could use it as a campsite.
Maybe we should rest here and then. This is not the one we're looking for, right?
Yes, it is.
This is the one he was. Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, and this is the one he said that they were going to take you at 1 a.m. to meet him, or midnight. They were going to take you here and get here about 1 a.m. So this is where they were going to meet to do this branding, right? That's
okay.
Sorry if I didn't communicate that very well.
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, maybe we should just kind of wait here. I mean, we can make our way inside. It's safe. It's held up this long. I mean, it's not going to cave in today anymore. What do you guys think?
Maybe, but there could be traps or some sort of another in there.
Well, we'll find them.
Your life.
Right?
All right. So are you guys going in this thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
The way you're going to go in the way you discovered in there, Grant? You're going to lead them in the way you found?
Yeah.
Okay. So around the back, around the right side, and into the building. So as you step over this rubble and stuff, you can feel this old wood, and you can see where there are weeds and things have grown up through the floorboards of this old. And, as you step, you hear the creaking, your feet, Kalen's the big guy. Kalen's foot breaks through this old rotten wood, and he has to pull his foot out. But as you make your way under what is left of the roof, you can see remnants of old tables, cobwebs, and it's shaded here. You could conceivably sit in here away from the wind, rain, things like that. So there's a partial roof, which would be the southwest corner of the building, right? And you can see where the roof had collapsed in. It had caved in the front side of this building, the north side of this building, and it crushed the doors that would have brought you into this building originally at some point. That's crushed now, basically north of you.
Okay.
Okay. And again, it doesn't appear there's anything. I mean, there's mice and, things like that, but there doesn't appear to be anything living here.
So yes, if there was anything left behind by the previous occupants, it's been long since decayed or pilfered away, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's evidence of an old fire in this corner that you're in, maybe a few days old, but doesn't look like somebody's been using it regularly.
Okay. So yeah, I say we just kind of rest it out, unless you guys have anything else you want to do.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
Kind of lay low.
We need to figure out if there's a way we can get back into town.
Well, we've got the investigator coming tomorrow. I think that at this point, it would probably behoove us to not come back without the bounty. Like, yes, we're back, and look what we've found. Don't kill us.
Find a way to make it believable that Kalen didn't murder that elf.
Right? Darn
we need
city
to have
guards.
A story, a damn good, believable story.
Yep. Because it's not like we killed everyone. We left witnesses.
Right.
Exactly.
So you guys have the equivalent of about 10 hours
to chew
that
up
you could
here.
rest. Right. So again, just to remind you that would be equivalent to a night's rest. So, and Kaya used her sleep spell for the day. So it might behoove you to get for her to get rest so she can then memorize her spell. Just a little administrative there in case you guys don't know.
I absolutely think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I'll cook up some not fireless. We'll call it tartar a la dandelions and grass shreddings. So I don't think we grabbed anything but our rations.
Oh, you have all your gear, right? I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have rations.
That's no reason you wouldn't have your backpacks and stuff.
We'll bust out the rations and the water skins.
Okay. As you guys are
rice.
as you guys are eating and eating your food and preparing a little meal before bed, you do hear coming up the road. You can hear horses neighing, etc. And as you peek out, kind of through the slats, all of you can kind of lean up to this wall and peek out. You see 4 elf sentries. This would be, and you recognize these guys. You don't know their names, but you recognize them, Phillipson. And they're riding. Obviously, they're looking. They're riding up this road, and they're looking. And it's been about an hour since you guys left. So they're not going fast, but they're moving, and they're all kind of winding around. 2 of the rightmost horse is off the edge of the road. The leftmost horse is off the left side of the road, and there's a couple. There's a horse kind of out in front, and there's a horse slightly behind, and they're going slow enough that they can watch and look. And you see that as they look at the this old derelict building, they kind of rear up, and the one in front puts up his hand, and they all kind of circle around him, and they stop. And you can hear, you can't make out what they're saying, but you can hear him giving them orders. And you can see 2 of the horse elves climb off horses, and the other 2 take the reins of those horses, while 2 elves start walking toward this building. As you're peeking through, you're seeing them coming toward they're probably 50 yards away.
Okay. Guys, we need to hide. Guards are coming. I'm going to make my way for the back of the building. So, like, while they're searching, I'm going to be trying to keep an eye on them from back there in case I need to make a diversion and run to lead them away.
Okay.
Even though they're on horses, this sucks.
Can we hide, like, under the rubble?
Sure.
What were you saying, Cody?
Without getting squished?
Why not hide at the, like, literally at the hole, around the hole, so when they walk in to investigate, we can just take them out that way, and then the other 2 will come looking for them, and we can do the same with them.
I was thinking less body count, but if you want to try that, we
can. Less body count, because you're just making it harder to get to bounce you back into town and be praised as heroes.
Right.
But either way, we've got to deal with the guy who already thinks I killed somebody, so...
Right.
We could come up with an amazing lie for that. There was some other spellcaster there.
Yep.
Yeah, but if they were...
And he possessed you and caused you to kill these guards.
Yeah, we're kind of hosed there either way, really. Yeah.
All right, so Grinch is hiding, and now you see, again, shadows. They're close enough now as they walk along the edge of this. You can see their shadows come through the slats as they're walking along. So, Crystal and Caitlin, you got to decide what you're going to do. They're on the building.
Hide.
Okay, so you're getting under some rubble, Crystal, correct? Yeah. Okay,
yep,
Caitlin, what are you doing?
Tables and crap.
I guess I'll hide too then.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are ducking under. Okay, Grinch, you're the closest to this because you went across the other side underneath. You see one of the elves just come around and poke his head in. He's looking in.
Okay.
And then you see the other one come around behind him, and he puts his hand on his back. And then the first one that came around, he steps in, and he starts to walk into the middle of the room. He's looking around. And then he kicks around some of the rubble. Okay. And then you see him heading across to the little fire and the where you were making your meal. So he walks up, and you hear him whistle.
I run out into the middle of the street and yell, "Hey guys, are you looking for me?" And I bolt for it.
Okay. So you take off. You're roofing it. Okay. So out of the corner of your eyes, which way are you running?
West.
West. Okay. So you're running across the road.
Right.
Okay. Across the road into the agriculture, right?
That's the hope. Yeah.
Okay. So they see you. You see the 2 of them let go of the reins of those 2 horses, and they spur their horses in to gear, and they're coming after you. Those 2 are coming up the road that are on horses. The other horses, they let go of the reins.
Okay.
And Crystal, Kaylin, you see the other 2 run out of the building, and they're making chase. Best that you can tell as you look over what's left of this roof. As you peek out, you can see them run by, as they chase Gringe across the street. And Gringe now you're now in like cornfields.
Cool.
Kind of agriculture. It's not corn, but I mean it's some kind of higher
than my head or below?
Oh
me?
Yes. Because you're a halfling. Yes. Yeah.
How many you said joined the chase on horseback?
Well, two.
Just
You can hear them behind you as they cut into and they're riding through this. Through this, and the other two, of course, are on foot coming across the road.
I'm going to stop maybe 3 feet inside the field, draw my bow, knock an arrow, and cock back for the first target I see. I'm going to drop a horse.
Okay. So as they ride by pretty fast. I mean, they go right by. You can take a shot if you want to.
I'd love to.
Okay. So give us a roll. You're shooting at a horse, correct?
Correct. Aiming for legs.
Okay.
Let's see. /R space 1d20
plus. What is your stuff here? You got to do 1d20
plus. I wrote it down at one point. It's a hit.
Yeah, because you're a thief, so you don't get. Oh wait, you're
+2 to hit with missiles.
There you go. +2.
+2. Oh.
Okay, well they're riding. They just keep riding, and so they're probably now 15 yards from you. They're riding off into this. They obviously don't know where you're at.
And now I'm going to work my way slowly south, being as sneaky as I can.
Okay, and as you cross right behind you, the other two guys come running through, and they run right by you.
Awesome.
Okay, Crystal and Kaylin, where are you at?
Stay put.
I have no idea what just happened.
Oh.
They disconnected for a sec.
I got disconnected.
Well,
had to pull out the mobile data.
You and Kaylin, he pulled all 4 elves into the cornfields, and you guys are still hiding into this rubble. But you saw those other elves chase him into the cornfields.
Pursues after to help my buddy.
Oh no.
Okay, so you jump up, and as you come out of this building, Caitlin, what are you going to do?
I'm going to watch just to see what happens. Right
You're just going to hide and watch? Okay.
Awesome.
So,
Chicken.
Crystal, you come out into the road, and you see 2 horses about 25 yards from you, down the road to your left, and you see those 2 elves disappear. You see the 2 elves on horses riding around now, and they're high enough that if they turn this horse around, wheel these horses around, they will see you. And the other 2 elves, you just see the top of their heads as they're on foot going through these cornfields.
Okay. Really not much I can do. I hate being a magic user for this reason. Is there a way I can slip into the shadows and not be seen and watch in case he needs help?
You can try. Yeah, either back in the building or into the fields. Because you're standing on the road right now in front of the old the building, and right across the road from you is these agricultural fields that these elves are all moving around in. And again, right down the road from you, 25 yards, is the horses. So where would you want to duck?
Can't really hide behind horses. But we could use the horses to create a distraction. But then we could get caught.
I've got them distracted. You guys could stay put. But that's metagaming. Don't listen to me. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
It's hard, isn't it?
We could just stay put, but then, yeah.
Dang it. Dang it all the heck.
All right, so you're going to stay put then?
Not in the middle of the road. No, not in the middle of the road.
Okay, so where are you going?
Can I hide around the corner of the building where I can still see directly what's going on, or is that not possible?
You can duck behind the part of the building that's still standing, which is the corner of the building on the opposite side of where you guys were actually camping inside the building. So it's the northwest corner of the building. So you duck behind that, and again you hear the elves speaking. You can't tell what they're saying, but they're barking orders, and the other 2 elves come back out onto the road, and they're headed down, and they're whistling and running toward their horses. Those horses kind of spur and head trotting toward the 2 elves. The other 2 elves now are headed. They've broken up. One's headed south. One's headed north. Gringe, again, you have gone now probably about 60 feet or so.
Okay.
You are now catty corner, opposite side of the road, in these fields, and you can see across this road. You can see Kaya kneeling down, kind of in the shadows there behind that. You can see these other 2 elves running toward the horses running toward them, but you can't see what these other 2 on the horses are doing. The ones that are actually still in the fields riding around.
Because they rode past me, and then I'm assuming just went in like a search pattern.
Yeah, exactly. But they went into search pattern another 30 yards farther in.
Right. They assumed I would just keep running. Sure.
Right.
I'm going to kind of stay in this corner.
Back into the building.
Okay, so you want to
without
move,
being seen.
Right. So you want to move down the back of the building and go in the way you went in originally. Is that it? Away from the road.
Away from the road, so I can't be seen.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kneeling, crouching, and you're moving carefully. So that means you move a little slower, but okay. And now, Grinch, you see her turn, and you see her crouching up against this building, and she's slowly moving down in the shadow of the building, back around to the far side of the building. It takes her about 10 seconds, 12 seconds, and you see her disappear behind that far corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stay put and just hold perfectly still right here for now.
Okay.
They'll lose us. They'll assume I kept running. They'll keep going.
Okay, so you guys sit there. You sit there for about what feels like an eternity. You all sit, hiding, partially holding your breath, and while you listen to them talk, barking at each other, riding around, and then eventually they come back onto the road and they head back toward Phillipston, south.
Thank God. Woo!
Okay, and it's all four. All four get back into formation, and they're riding now pretty fast. It's like they've decided.
The heck with it.
Yeah, and remember, they just saw some creature sprint out of there. They may not even know it's Grinch. Right?
Exactly. I'll make my way back into the street, dust myself off, and head back for dinner.
Okay. All right. So back for dinner. All right. So and meanwhile, is anybody gonna let Kaylin know? No, I'm kidding. Kaylin, when they all come back and
just start eating,
start eating their beans and greens, it's safe. Okay.
All clear.
Okay.
Come on out.
Who wants the first watch?
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll go for it.
Okay. Kaylin? And then she's going to need 6 to 8 hours to get, and again, you got about 10 hours. She's going to need 6 to 8 to get enough rest.
Back.
Yeah.
Let's let her just rest. Just let her rest and we'll watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
About dusk, as the sun's setting, again, Gringe, you notice a couple of, during the period of the day, you notice a couple of old guys, a couple of old men with hand carts, going toward Phillipston, and you've seen periodically about the day, peeking through these slats, watching the road, just normal villagers and travelers going along this road. You haven't seen any more of these elf sentries.
Thank goodness.
All right, at about the 6-hour mark, it's now dark, and now, of course, it's been very quiet. Haven't seen anything along the roads.
Okay.
And it would be about the 6-hour mark, so you could then wake Kaylin if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let him go for that.
Okay, so you rouse Kaylin?
Yep. Kaylin.
All right, Kaylin at about, you don't really know what time it is, but you can look, you can kind of speculate how long you've been sitting there. But it's dark, and you've been there a long time. You feel like it's probably been 4 or 5 hours. It's hard to tell. Of course, you don't have a watch, right? You can't really gauge it. But you actually hear horses outside, and you can hear mumbled voices coming from the northwest. Kaylin or Cody. Sorry.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello?
Yes. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Now it's dark, but you can hear horses and some mumbling, like talking.
Is it the same talking as before?
Well, you can't really tell. They don't sound like elves. They're not speaking in Elvish, but you still can't quite understand this language. They're speaking in Common.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he can't understand.
He doesn't get it yet.
Right.
I'm just gonna like keep looking through the slats till they get closer.
Okay.
See what I can see.
Okay. So you just can make out again. It's kind of gray. You get that kind of. If you've been out at night, of course, you get the black, little bit of moonlight, and you can see gray things moving. Of course, again, you're human, so you don't have any dark vision. I don't even know if elves have dark vision. I think they do. Anyway, but you see a shadow cross the road about 15 yards. He's kind of crouched, and he's scoots across the road, and then disappears into the brush on this side of the road, your side of the road, and you can see him moving and kind of slowly creeping up on this building.
I'm just gonna wait to see what happens when he comes in.
Okay, as he walks right up to this. Remember, the roof is caved in on this, so he walks right up to the corner opposite of you, where you guys are huddled in that far corner, sleeping, etc. He walks right up to that opposite corner and squinting looks in. You can see now that he's a human. And he looks like he's wearing leather armor. You don't see a tat on his left forearm, so he is not a branded human. And he's squinting and looking, and then you see him take a step. It's like he steps his left foot over into the rubble, and he's slowly moving through the dark toward where you guys are camped.
Right.
He's probably 12 feet from you right now.
I kind of nonchalantly, I want to like pick up my polearm just to have it with me just in case he tries something. And I walk out for him and I kind of try to greet him.
Okay, so as you grab this polearm and kind of stand up, he leaps back. And he starts speaking to you, but again, you can't understand a word he says. Gringe, Kaya, this rouses you. This guy's speaking clearly. This noise rouses you too from sleep.
Okay.
And you hear him. You hear him asking for un LMB.
I'll step forward. Un LMB sent us here.
Okay. He jumps like 4 feet. You spooked him. He has no clue you're there. Leaps up, looking around. And then, I'm sorry, you said what?
Un LMB sent us to meet the... Oh, crap. What was it called?
Don't tell him everything.
I can shoot him if he runs. We're good.
So you're saying what now?
That Un LMB sent us here to meet someone. Metagaming.
Then you must be the one of you that needs to be branded. The elf. We are the advanced party for the Unaklo. He should be here within the hour.
Cool. Excellent. Do you need any food?
Oh, water and food would be fantastic.
We share.
He steps out and whistles and calls his partner over, and his partner comes over with the horses, and he lashes the horses. He kind of lashes them haphazardly there on the rubble.
Nice.
And then he steps in, doesn't say anything, doesn't really make eye contact, looks a little sheepish. You just he nods at you and keeps his head down. And when you hand out food, water, they both, not greedily, but they both happily take it, and they eat it pretty quick and take down their water.
Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and knock off 3 rations since I gave each of them one and ate one myself.
Okay. Now remember, we're gonna roll for that, Mike. So you don't have to.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Right. So the next time you use your rations, you just roll to see, what you're at. So what you'll do is roll die 12 right now. If you roll a 1 or 2, you're down to a die 10.
Ooh, I love that. That is cool. Let's see here.
You can kind of make rations go further.
Space 1d12. I can't roll tonight.
Okay, so you're down to a D. So now beside your rations and water, just mark D10.
You got her, man.
Right. Okay. Same with your arrows. Don't worry about counting arrows. Just every time you now use an arrow in combat, you'll roll it. You'll roll your D12 and then of course you'll continue to roll that until you lose arrows.
That is sweet.
Right.
I dig.
Okay. So that's how we're gonna. It's just we don't have to tick. We don't have to count, and it's also creates a little surprise later as you get down to your D4. Little surprise if you're gonna run out of arrows, things like that. Okay. That's true for everybody, by the way, in the party. Okay, so again, he's told you have about an hour to kill. These guys have eaten this food quickly. They've drinking. They guzzled down what you gave them, and now they're just kind of sitting there, arms crossed, not talking to each other, kind of wiping their noses, scratching their heads, and kind of looking back and forth at you. One of them can't take his eyes off you, Gringe. He's absolutely mesmerized by you.
So you must not have seen many halflings where you're from.
And you're speaking to him in, obviously, his language, right?
Exactly.
Right. No, halflings, no. Well, we've heard rumors of halflings, but I've never seen a halfling. And,
yeah.
There are rumors of people like you that live in the Canyon of the Devils.
Really?
Nobody dares enter the Canyon of the Devils.
Dangerous, I assume.
I wouldn't know. I'm not going to the Canyon of the Devils, but there are primordial man and things there that outcast treasure seekers go into the Canyon of the Devils. Rarely do they come out.
Ah. Yep. Sounds dangerous.
Then again, he's watching. The other guy's, arms are crossed, leans back, and he's watching his buddy talk to you.
Right. So where do you guys hail from?
Oh, we do what we're told. Oh, we're nomads. We travel with the Unaklo and Sata.
Nice. Sata. You have a lot of dealings with him?
Sata is our leader.
Ah, okay.
This Unaklo is his mage.
I understand. Sure. I hear he's a...
Do you know Sata?
I've heard of him. I've heard he's of some renown around these parts.
He's renowned. He's very hard. He's a very hard man. Very hard orc.
Sure.
But he pays us well when we come into coin, like we did yesterday.
Did you know? Just this very week?
The other guy grumbles and...
Damn it.
Job, that's enough. Yes, we had, and the other one's speaking to you now. Yes, we got paid yesterday.
Excellent. Oh, okay. Sata wouldn't be coming tonight, would he?
Sata has much greater things to take care of. He was irritated to let the Onaklo go. He was not happy when he got the message from Ellenby about this. But it is one of the deals he has with the people of Philipston that he will allow his Unaklo to do these services.
Cool.
So,
well, excellent. That's very nice of him to inconvenience himself for our benefit. Maybe someday we'll have the luck of thanking him for his time.
Yes. Well, that's between you and Satai. One day I should hope to be rid of out of his service.
Really?
But that's not yet going to be.
He doesn't mistreat you, and I'm trying to lay it on pretty thick here with the silver tongue.
Oh, right. So let's go ahead and give me a charisma roll then, +2, which will be actually
6, 20,
D20. And actually, you're going to subtract that. Remember, you want to roll under your charisma.
Right.
I think your charisma, unfortunately, is pretty bad, though, right?
I've got a 16 charisma, actually.
Oh, okay, awesome. Never mind. Oh, you do, yeah.
Underneath, awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we're more or less slaves, if you want to know the truth. He has his 4 lieutenants, and the Anaklo and Jokir and I are more or less slaves. So yeah, we owe Satar our lives, and we're paying it back as slaves.
Oh, that's just tragic. And I give them a little bit more water and food.
Okay, they again greedily snatch it up, and they eat it hungrily. Clearly, they're both a little. They're not malnourished, but they're a little emaciated. You can tell they're clearly hungry. And again, they guzzle down this water pretty quick.
I had a feeling they didn't live much of their life in luxury, from the sound of things.
No.
So yeah, a little bit extra
again,
food.
you can continue to ask questions based on this silver tongue. It's up to you.
Sure. So where are you guys headed after this then?
We are headed to the Unoklo. Save us. We are headed for the Shifting Sands. Satar got not only the man, but he got the map to the. Let me look up the name of it. I've got it here.
I need to write this stuff down anyway. Take your time. Tongue.
He found a map through the Shifting Sands to the temple of the Sulanin.
Sulamin?
Sulanin.
Lanin.
And you've been able to figure out over your last few weeks here in this village that Sul is obviously the name of the island, and the Nin are temples that exist throughout the region that are usually they're like old derelict temples that are rumored to always be potential treasure troves. So treasure hunters and seekers and mercenaries, they're always talking about finding nins and like grave robbers, not grave robbers. What are we trying to say here?
Tomb raiding.
Tomb raiders, right? So you know what you know from your few weeks here basically what a nin is, and the Sula Nin are these ancient old temples all over the country.
Outstanding. Well, I'm sure that sounds dangerous as ever. The Shifting Sands, you say? Sounds hot.
It's a desert. The evil that desert racks upon the body, the mind, the spirit he is crazy to go into that Shifting Sands, but it's that or we're whipped or he'll kill us. We'll have to do what we're told.
Oh, what you have to do what the master tells you to do. I mean, I can perish the thought. It'd be too scary to even try.
Meanwhile, as you're talking to them, Kaylin, you notice noises again coming from roughly the same direction these two had come from earlier, and you see come out of the again just gray shapes in the dark. You see a large beast step out of these fields and start to cross the road toward the tavern, and it appears that something's riding this beast.
And I don't notice that. You guys do.
Yeah, Kaylin, you saw it first.
Oh, she's muted.
Cody.
Yeah, I'm right here.
There you go.
Yeah, you saw it first.
I know.
Sorry, that was an accident.
Don't worry.
That's right.
I kind of go over to the guy that Grinch was talking to, and I tell Grinch to ask him to see and if he can identify the guy that is coming our way.
Oh.
Yeah, they everybody basically looks now. They both jump up and say, "Oh," and they kind of step back, heads bowed. One of them shuffles out and to the horses and gets the reins of the horses and pulls them out of the way. And this beast, it's you recognize it. It is a warg, and he rides this up, and the other human then runs out and takes the reins of this warg. The warg snarls and tries to snap the human's head off as he pulls these reins away. And this orc, garbed in furs and has a staff. He's got a headdress. He climbs off of this again, and he towers about 7 feet tall. He steps out. He is a big orc. He climbs off this warg and doesn't say anything to either human. And he steps out. He steps out where you can see him outside the tavern. He's standing outside the tavern. Just basically looking into the tavern at you all. You three sitting in the corner.
Sure. So I stand up and I bow towards him. And
Okay, he nods.
Say, Unaklo?
Yes, Unlakno. Who here needs the brand?
And I step to the side.
Kind of raises my hand.
There you go.
Come, elf.
Alone?
Is anyone else getting a brand?
Shouldn't be. Oh, no.
Not today.
Then come. I cannot brand you from 15 feet away.
I just want you to come closer.
Stands and walks over there.
Okay. So as you approach, he shrugs off his furs, and they all fall to the ground behind him. One of the humans runs over and grabs up these cloaks and robes and drags him away. And he's standing there basically, arms raised with his staff above his head. He's this big kind of greenish, grayish skin, teeth. He's got fangs basically in his headdress. He's basically terrifying to look at. Painted, his face is painted half white from the nose up to his headdress. And then he starts chanting. And you see as he starts this chanting that his staff starts to glow. He continues doing this for about 30 seconds or so, chanting. He then brings the staff down and motions for you to pull your sleeves up, or your sleeve up.
Pulls my sleeve up.
Okay. And then he hits you in the forearm with this brand. It's magical, but it burns like cold hot. It's so hot it feels more like it's cold. A numbness goes through you. You see the entire arm lights up from the hand to the elbow. The pain is excruciating. It brings you to your knees, and you pass out. And again, you're all watching as he brands her arm, as you see her fall to the ground and roll away. He then brings this under control. He goes down to one knee with the staff in his hand, and he sits with his head down, breathing heavily, as he just, again, conjured some intense magic here. And Kaylin, Kaya, you are unconscious, and you have suffered some damage. I won't tell you how much, right? Okay. And he sits there like that, silenced, both humans standing, one holding the warg, which is snorting and kind of moving around, eating grass. The other human with the ropes and things waits probably 10 feet away with the horses, and they all sit very quietly while he recovers. And then he stands and motions to the human to bring him his robes, and he starts to put his robes on, and he barks orders. And now the fee.
Who has the money? Do I have the money?
You have the money.
I'll pay him.
Okay, so you walk up and he looks down and kind of smiles. You are an Unshata.
Damn
An
straight.
Unshata. Unshata.
Yes, sir.
I will not take your gold.
Oh, come now.
Unshata.
I want to throw a little mischievous grin on and sort of
And
lean in towards him.
He steps back 2 or 3 steps. No, this is we must go. And he barks orders, and he takes 2 steps away and up onto his warg, and then he pulls the reins up. And he
Guys, so I'm sorry to cut in. I've got to go for just a sec. I'll be back.
Go ahead. Go right ahead. Anybody need to get water or something? It's a good time.
Nah, I'm good.
Uh-oh. You're breaking up.
No.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No sweat. So he's wheeled around and climbed up on his warg and pulls the reins, and he's looking at you the whole time, Gringe, and then he yells orders to these guys in Orcish. So, can any of you understand Orc?
Oh, nope. It's not Orcish / Elven, is it?
No.
In 5e, it would be / Elven.
Is it?
No,
That's
God,
nuts.
no,
That's
not at all.
I don't think so. I was going to say, that's a new one.
Only in bullshit DMEs.
Elves are able to speak. Elves are able to speak Knoll Goblin, Orc, and Hobgoblin.
Nice.
So you understand them. Well, no, Kaya's unconscious. That's right.
Oh, she passed out.
Yeah, she's passed out. So he barks something to these humans, and then he spurs this warg, and it again as it starts to wheel around, it snarls and spews snot and saliva everywhere, and kind of snaps again at one of the humans as it swirls around, and then he's loping off across the road and into the darkness, into these fields.
What a pleasant creature.
And the 2 humans look up now at each other, nod, and mount their horses, and then they basically ride by right in front of all of you, Kaya lying on the ground and Caitlin standing there, and you, and they say thank you for the food and water, and good luck. And then they spur their horses and across the road, and they follow him. It looks like roughly 50 to 100 yards behind.
Sure.
At least he's gone, but I mean they seem to be taking their time as they follow him.
Following him slow, but not like with any crazy haste or anything.
Right.
Gotcha.
And
well then.
Now remember, you're outside the tavern here now in the front where it all collapsed. Just remind them.
So how long am I unconscious?
Let's head back and take her back inside, Caitlin.
Yeah, once they start to grab you and help you up, you come around.
Okay.
And again, you guys can now see that she has this brand, the same type of mark you've seen on everybody else. There's no scarring. It's a magical brand. It doesn't appear to have left any kind of actual wound or anything, but is there almost like a tattoo, right? But no scarring, no residual looking effect. But she's clearly suffered some kind of effect. Oh, we lost Cody.
Yep.
No, we lost Crystal.
Why do we always here?
Oh no, there's Crystal. We lost Cody.
Crystal's still here.
All right, so she's kind of groggy, and you get her to her feet.
Right. So I mentioned to her we should head back inside at least until you can get your bearings about you and decide what we're going to do from here. We either need to make for the shifting sands to try to follow Sata, or try to figure out some way to get ahead of him.
I don't know, honey.
Okay, so now again, it's been about 8 to 10 hours. She's going to need to study or memorize her spell.
Right.
Well, she has one she has not used, I think, but she would need to study her sleep.
Wait, I thought I'm level 2, so wouldn't I have 3 spells that I have not used?
Actually, you have, let's double check. You are a magic user. Level 2, you have 2 spells. Level 1 spells. 2 level 1 spells.
Okay.
Remember, this is white box, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
You have sleep. I don't remember what the other one was you picked. Do you?
I thought it was like one special one. You said we could all have, like, we could all choose like one weird special one.
Well, that's your special. That's not a normal spell. That's your special.
Okay, so Cody did that wrong.
Yeah, so you actually have
detect magic.
Right. So that's right. You picked detect magic, and you have sleep. So you haven't used detect magic yet. So you need to study sleep to rememorize that. And your other is your skill. That's everybody gets a special skill. That's your special skill. The other one, and you can only use it, I think, twice a day. The other one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which you've never used yet. So.
No, I haven't used it.
Crazy.
Okay. Yeah, right. I have it written here.
What?
I was just reading your special skill, your special spell, basically. Okay.
I know. I haven't even used it.
What was yours?
She has. It's called "You Shall Not Pass." So twice a day, she can strike the ground. She can strike the ground with her staff, and cause everyone in a 60-foot radius who fails a save will be knocked down. Ooh. Everyone.
Jeez.
So it would knock down party members. It would knock down no damage, but it would literally knock everybody back and down.
Poor paladins.
She can do that twice. She can do that, right? She can do that, but no damage. But she can do that twice a day. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. If there's a paladin around, you're going to want to do that just for the hell of it.
Just for fun. That's awesome.
So if she ever has to rein Kalen in, she can just you shall not pass and knock him on his butt, right?
Darn tootin'.
Okay, so we've lost Cody. So what do you guys want to do? So obviously it's coming into early morning now. We're coming into 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yep.
There's been no other travelers yet. Sun is not quite up. We will assume you've studied your sleep spell now at this point, and that's rememorized.
Perfect.
So about 4 in the morning, what do you guys want to do here?
Well, I don't remember that we had any other leads, do you?
Besides the shifting sands, no.
Well, you did learn that El Rentor ran, he met with somebody at the docks that told him where to meet someone else. Remember that?
Yeah.
And El Reltor, the gnome, headed east. But you don't know if east was northeast or east, etc. But you do know, by the way, I was going to upload this, by the way. This is what you do know. Hold on here. I made you a little hand-drawn scribble.
Oh, nice.
Hold on here. I think I did. Where's it at? Come on. Here it is. This was something that you were able to get someone to scribble for you of what you do know about this region. Just a piece of the world that you've been able to kind of glean from your... And I don't know if you can read it or anything. It's just...
a map?
Yeah, it's a map of this region you're in right now. And it's just a hand-drawn, kind of scribbled map that basically the bartender would have scribbled for you during the week you were there.
Nice.
So there's Phillipston, and you can see the Great Open, which is that's where you basically teleported into this world, is in the Great Open.
Like a field.
Right, and then of course down there, this whole area along the coast is agriculture. You guys are currently headed up toward the Canyon of the Devils, the river there, and Aro, which is a city, the Bay of Soul, and then of course right next to Phillipston here is their little port.
Yep.
And you know of Lake Unal, which is, and these are, this is a little ways, but you do know that directly west of this region is both the Shifting Sands and the Canyon of the Devils is northwest. The Shifting desert, shifting sand, shifting desert is basically right across and to the west of you here.
Okay.
Southwest, west and southwest. But you can't see it on this little hand-drawn map. It's right. Okay.
But he went east. We don't know how east or where east, but he went east.
Oh, actually,
another lead.
I'm wrong about that. He would have went west. Excuse me. He's headed toward the shifting sands. I said east last week. I meant he went east to the water, talked to the guy at the dock, and then he ran back through town west. That's what you were told.
Your other east.
So west is exactly the direction he went after he went to the dock. Right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, well, we need to head west then. That's plain and simple.
Correct. Right? Exactly. Right. Or at least toward the shifting sands. It sounds like.
Something's going down to the west, for sure. Whichever route we want to take.
Again, you've gone 5 miles up the road north of Phillipston, right?
Right.
So you're just a little ways above Phillipston there. And these guys headed back kind of northwest, across the road at kind of an angle.
Right.
When they left you. They came from that direction, they left to that direction.
Wait, what way did they go? I barely caught that.
Kind of diagonally away, at northwest of you.
But don't we want to go west?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know what direction from you they left. Yes. West, northwest, obviously.
Sure.
Now, you don't know why they went northwest. But you do know the shifting sounds west of Phillipston.
Dang. So
we lost Cody for good?
Bummer.
I don't know. Let me see.
All right.
Let's see.
There we go.
Do.
We'll take this short time to hear a word from our sponsors, because if you go to Dave's Barbers in Montrose, Colorado, you can get the best straight razor shave in the oldest barber chair in the state.
That's
That's pretty cool.
Possibly.
You live in Colorado.
Well, even if you don't, it's a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Colorado from North Carolina though.
For just for a haircut, maybe a shave.
Just for a haircut, no.
That might be a bit much. That might be a bit much.
Well, right. I'll tell you right now, Crystal, it would be worth it. But
He's the best.
That's your deal. That's your deal, right?
Sure.
All right. Dave's barbershop's worth it. Let me tell you.
I mean, when your hair is,
It's his birthday today, even.
That's right. Yeah, so he was charging double for shaves today.
I bet. Poor guy.
Oh my gosh.
All he wanted was to go see Spider-Man.
I know, and it's not on. It's crazy.
Until tomorrow night.
I can't believe it. It does look like a really good one, though, doesn't it?
I haven't seen any of the new ones.
Oh, the trailer looks fantastic.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do? We'll just drag Cody along with us. That would be.
Would it be okay if we took like a?
It's not going to be the last time.
Right. Would it be okay if we took like a 5-minute break and came back and see if maybe he can rejoin us?
I need to get some water. So yes, let's do that. I need to get some water.
Cool. See you guys in 5.
All right.
Okay. Huh? No. We're taking a break. Nothing that keeping the box clean didn't fix. I know. I think it's her way of retaliating against her bill. D&D. Watchful people. Yeah, I'm talking to Olivia right now, though. You want some bell peppers? That's why I mentioned to your mom maybe we should put her on a stronger dose. No, we could try it tonight if you really want to. Okay. Do you have any more bedding to change your bed with? I know. I think his phone died, guys.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll just have to drag him along for the last half hour, 45 minutes.
I mean, it would be his fault if it did. He's the one who doesn't charge it.
Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Well, speaking of that, mine has 9% left. Mine's about to die.
Can none of you men ever remember to plug up your phones?
No, I don't. Mine's about to die, so I better get on that. That's funny. Very good.
That's his problem.
Yeah, just, try not to get him killed, right?
I'll try.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking he let his phone die.
Uh-oh. Huh. Well, looks like he's got a second. He's got a different account there. One must be his phone. One must be he's got two different ones there, it looks like.
Yeah, 2 different phones.
Oh, well, there we
He
go.
must have forgot his email address from the one to get a new phone.
Oh, I got
Somehow he shattered his screen again.
Oh, no. Holy cow.
Between him and Ginger, his soulless dog, I really don't know who causes the most damage.
That's the Chihuahua, right?
That's the Jack Russell.
Oh,
mix thing.
Jack Russell. Okay. It's a mix.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sorry about that.
No sweat. Okay, so we're just going to have to, we'll just pull Kaylin
We'll
along
soldier
with us,
through.
kind of like we did Steven, right?
It worked out great for Ivan.
You know, we're talking, yeah, I mean, we're talking, we're talking another, 30, 40 minutes,
Yeah,
so,
no big.
So we're good. Let's keep playing.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe he'll show up again if he gets his phone charged up, if that's what's going on.
Cool.
So what do you want to do? So again, it's about 4:30 in the morning here, right? Sun is not quite. Maybe it's, it's you're starting to feel that birds are making noises, right? Maybe the world's coming to life again.
Beautiful.
I don't know why I say that. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. Nothing is awake.
It kind of sickens me that the sun comes up at 5:15 now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So by looking at this map, I would think it would behoove us to. Have we made it to that giant bend north of Phillipston? And we're not to the actual shore yet, right?
Oh no. You're actually
Where are we?
The dot of Phillipston.
Yep.
Yeah, you're actually left of that up, up a few inches there.
Okay.
So you're actually inland,
Of the shore. Cool.
almost to where it says the Great Open.
Right.
Almost you're basically there about the H.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Cool.
Yeah.
So we might as well just make west from here and see what we shall see.
Like towards Canyon River?
No, that'd be more like north. I'm thinking like off the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the area you can't see, basically.
Okay.
Just kind of trudge forward through the great unknown.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you're just going to hoof it through these fields. You guys travel for about an hour until the fields run out, and you pass a couple of small huts, farmers' cottages and huts, that they must be the ones that manage these fields this far north, west. And as you pass through, you travel about another hour. So you've been hoofing it for a couple hours. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and you come across a stream that is flowing to the south. And you can see probably 100 yards north of you across this stream are a couple of trees and what appears to be a little camp. There are 3 or 4 people milling, 3 or 4 humanoids milling around. You see a couple of horses, and they have not seen you. So as you come out of these kind of grasses to a stream, the stream's probably 30 feet across. So it's more like a shallow river. You can see, again, about 50 to 100 yards to your right, which would be north, let's see, that would be northwest, is this looks like a little camp among the trees.
Okay.
Are they armed?
It's hard to say at about 75 yards. They're clearly humanoids. They have horses. Most likely, yes, they're probably armed.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I say we send Grenjan.
send in the Gringe.
Send in the Grinch.
Let's find out if he can swim.
I'm sorry, you scare everyone. Or shock them.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna wade across this river.
Right.
Yeah, it never gets much higher. Now, even though you're short, it never gets much higher than your waist. So it would be about knee high on Kaylin. No, not quite that bad, right? So, but you don't have to swim. You just wade across. So as you cross again and work your way down the shore, you come around a bend. So the river kind of bends and winds like an S shape, and you come to a grove of trees. And as you duck into those trees, you can count 3 or 4 bedrolls on the ground there. It looks like a campfire. You can see a wagon that had been hidden from your view due to this tree.
Okay.
And you can see a dwarf. Where's it at? You can see a dwarf, an elf, a human, milling about, and a large orc that's saddling his horse and putting baggage and things on his horse.
Now this orc, big guy.
Yeah.
Kind of weapons is he carrying?
He doesn't appear to have. He has a shield that's on his back. He does not appear to have a weapon that you can see.
Okay. Okay.
The other guys appear to be. They have one's a dwarf, one's an elf, the other's a human, and one of the dwarf appears to have his a hand axe and a shield. The elf appears to have a long sword. The human appears to have a bow and a short sword.
Perfect.
That you can see on him.
Yep.
And make a wisdom check for me. Below. Remember, you got to roll low.
Oh, curses!
All of us are just
him, because you're still 75 yards up the road, or up the on the other side of the river. I'm assuming. I doubt you followed him, right?
No.
Okay.
That's my kryptonite right there, man. Wisdom.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, 52. I did that. I may have done that wrong. Let's try that again.
My God, you succeeded. It's funny. You needed 51, and you did it.
Just got it.
You added one.
I have a -1. I have a 5 wisdom.
I got you. So that's a nice number. Unfortunately, it won't help you. Okay.
Would have been a great attack.
Anyway, so again, you see a wagon that's right along the stream. You see a human attending that wagon, and looks like he's going to bring 2 of the horses over to the wagon.
Sure.
You see an orc, which is okay. So by the way, the wagon is to your right. You're in the brush. You're in the trees. Excuse me.
Okay.
So the stream is to your right. The wagon is probably 20, 35 feet from you. Okay. Along by the stream, he's trying to attach the horse. He's trying to mount the horses to the wagon. The dwarf is at the campfire, bent over, like he's getting ready to douse the fire. The elf is helping the orc pack the horse, and the human is attaching the horses to the wagon. Just so you know that the orc is to your left.
Sure.
And there's still bedrolls. They have not obviously packed bedrolls and things.
Oh.
And they don't
so
appear
they're
as if
picking
they're
up
packing
camp.
bedrolls.
Oh.
Well, it looks like they're packing some, but these bedrolls haven't been. I mean, they're just there. Like they're not packing these up. It looks like.
I get you. Okay. So he's mounting their things and he's putting those over there, and I don't think we have much chance against this group if we confront them. And Sata doesn't sound like the most talkative character. He seems like a butthole if I have to really guess myself. So I'm going to make my way back to Kaya to suggest that we try to work around them, as they haven't completely picked up camp yet. We can actually get ahead of them.
Okay.
Maybe
so
we
you
can
make
get
your
lucky.
way. Now you make your way on this side of the river, down across from her.
Okay.
I mean, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
And stay on this side of the river? You're going to wave her across? What are you going to do?
Exactly, yeah. I make a little bird noise. To see if I can get her attention.
So Akaya, you and Kaylin are hearing this weird kind of gerbling, and you're looking around on something. You cannot see where it's coming from, but you can hear it plain as day.
Assumes it's Gringe and starts over there.
Okay,
cautiously.
So as you two start crossing the river, now you can see him. He's like he fades out of the surroundings. Again, he has a natural ability to kind of hide, right? So as you get closer across the river, you kind of oh look, there he is, warbling like an idiot. Okay, so so now you guys are all together on this side of the river. Again, where you're standing, as you look up toward that camp, you can see those trees, and you can make out the back of the wagon, but you really can't see what's happening in the camp from here.
Okay.
I try to wave her across.
Yeah, she did. She's crossed.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I was just describing what you can see from here.
I tell her that they're way too heavily armed. I'm fairly convinced this is Sata, and I don't think we're going to be able to negotiate with them. Maybe we should try to get around him and make our way west ahead of him. If we can get to Unreltor first, maybe we can get him away from Sata and avoid the orc situation entirely.
We can try that.
So is that the plan? You're gonna
That's
just
the
head
plan.
west?
We're headed west.
Okay, and remember, you're about 75 yards from them. So, I mean, if it was even terrain, you could see each other. So, all right, so you start heading west. It's a little more rugged as you head along this, west from this little stream, and as you come out, you begin to climb kind of up and onto a ridge. And as you do climb up and onto the ridge, and you're kind of looking back and down, I'm assuming you're watching and looking.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You can actually see now, probably 150 yards from you now, on horse, coming up the ridge, 150 yards north of you, and it appears to be the same orc you saw, Gringe, and he appears to be alone. He's riding his horse. So he's not paralleling you because you're actually ahead of him, right? You're on the top of the ridge now, kind of watching him coming up it, but he's still about 150 yards now farther north. So he must have been taking a slight diagonal direction.
Right. Now is he on an intercept course? Is he going to run into us at this current trajectory?
He's coming up where he's gonna be basically parallel.
Okay.
When he tops this ridge, he'll be parallel you, but about 150 yards away. So you can just make out.
He's their
Will
forward
he be
scout.
able to see us?
He might see you and Kalen.
Right.
He'll never see Gringe ever. But yeah, he could potentially see you two standing there. I mean, I'm making, again, I will have to make assumptions.
Sure.
That you guys are not just standing there.
Yeah.
All right. You're kind of sitting. You're kind of crouched, or right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if he's who I think he could be, we could potentially sway him to join us. What do you think, Kai?
We could.
Or we could just try to
there's
hide.
downfalls to that.
Oh, it could totally bonus. Absolutely. Yeah.
He could totally just
Give up you could just totally blow the whole thing. Yeah, we could just be hosed.
Exactly. And you're too close for me to sleep, so
Right.
you and Kaylin are just too close. I can't put him to sleep.
No, I don't need a nap.
Because
I'm
I'd risk
good.
putting you two to sleep. And I can't drag both of you.
No.
Well, the halfling would be pretty easy.
You got me. Yeah, absolutely. Tie me to your belt. You're good. Kaylin's wearing armor. I think we should try to avoid him at this point. The risk and the reward doesn't balance out.
Exactly.
So you're just gonna watch him come to the top of the ridge on his horse?
Right.
Okay. So you watch him. It takes him about 45 seconds to climb this horse up to the top of the ridge. And when he gets to the top, he wheels back and looks where he came from. And then he spins his horse around and starts riding along the ridge toward you.
Ruh-roh. Towards us. Is he still kind of looking around as a scout would, or is he determinedly focused on us?
Oh no, he's just riding. He's trotting his horse right along the ridge of this mesa, and he's following the edge of this mesa, coming directly toward you, headed south.
Oh, really?
But he's up there with you now, so he's up there on top.
How close to the edge is he?
Oh,
safe
5 feet, 7 feet. No, he's trotting along the edge with his horse.
Not being precarious, dang it.
No, and it's not a cliff. It's just a.
Oh, okay.
It's like a mesa. You just climb up. Yeah, the same thing you climbed up. Yeah.
I think I might
no,
push
it's
him
not
off
a
the cliff.
No.
Random murder number 2.
I mean, it's a grade. I mean, you could stumble and roll down this thing, but it's not something you would fall off of.
It's not like he'd fall off the horse and break his neck.
You could
potentially,
but that could happen
anyway.
Right.
Now, Is he far ahead of the rest of his compatriots that I don't see anyone else?
You don't see anyone following him. You don't see anybody up here with you.
Cool.
And this now as he gets closer to you, Gringe. This is the orc you saw saddling and packing the horse that was in the camp.
Okay.
But the dwarf, the elf, and the human are clearly, as you glance down where he came from, you're not seeing anybody following him up. He seems to be up here alone.
Scouting ahead. 1 second. Scouting ahead. I'm falling behind on my notes. And begin avoiding him. Okay. I think maybe it's time to just straight up deal with attack? It. Well, we could just sneak attack, or we could talk then attack. Why don't I pop out of the bushes, and if things go bad, you help.
Okay, works with me.
Kaylin, since I'm speaking directly to you and you can't object, if everything goes horribly...
He's sitting at home right now going, why don't we just hit him with my polearm? Let's just kill this guy.
We're going to kill him.
Come on.
Absolutely. He's a problem we don't need. Absolutely. So
he's sitting at home right now going, kill
it! Just kill it! Poor guy.
Okay, and now Kaya, where are you and Kaylin going to attempt to hide? I mean, there's some brush and stuff, but not a lot of great.
How tall is it?
That's a fair point. Maybe you should go talk to him, and I'll hide.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be difficult for you and Kaylin to just cease to be there.
Yeah, why don't you two go talk to him?
Like squat down and...
You could try. Yeah. I mean, I won't tell you can't.
Like, that's why I asked, how tall is the grass?
Yeah, it's only like knee-high.
Yeah, it's brush.
Yeah.
So it's like sagebrush. It's maybe waist high, yeah.
So why don't you guys...
You can certainly try to tuck behind it.
While you guys talk to him, I'm going to sneak around behind him in case I need to backstab.
Okay.
So as you two step out to kind of approach him, he sees you. This is at about 40 yards, and then he pulls his horse to a stop and he looks, and then he kind of spurs his horse slowly into a trot, again headed toward you. And as he gets closer, it gets down to about 15 yards, 10 yards, 9 yards, 7 yards, about 20 feet. He pulls to a stop. And now you can see he is dark. He is an orc. Again, you see some fangs jutting up from the bottom of his jaw. So he has kind of an underbite of fangs. Head shaved. He's got a scar from the looks like the top of his head. At some point put a axe or something to the top of his skull. Clearly seems to be not in bad shape due to it. You can't tell how big he is on this horse, but he is a big man. And he smiles as he pulls up the horse about 20 feet away, and he just smiles at you, both of you.
Mm-hmm. Smiles back and politely says, "What brings you this way, fellow traveler?"
Okay, he kind of cocks his head and he spurs the horse into a slight, just a nice slow walk, canter up toward you. He gets within about gets about 9 feet, and he pulls the horse sideways to you now, and he looks down at you, still smiling with his head cocked. And he says in Orc, "Elf, Anun, what are you doing out here?"
Just going for a hike, looking for treasure.
Treasure? And what kind of treasure?
Just heard rumor there's gold about.
He laughs as well. "I've been out here for years. You're on the wrong trail." "No horse?" He starts looking around. the area. This is it? You two outcasts out here? Where are your horses? Where are your comrades?
Just us. No horses.
What is your name?
Kind of skirts around that. What is yours?
He smiles. I think you know who I am. And
Nay,
don't be a
I don't
fool.
think so.
And don't be a fool. I can read your brand, Kaya.
Forgot about the stupid brand.
Did you follow my Aklo out here?
No. I have no idea which way he went.
Okay, his smile goes away. I think you do. And he reels his horse back, and he pulls his shield off his back.
Drawing my bow.
Drawing your bow? You would have surprise.
Okay. Holding off.
Okay, so, and he starts to swing a leg over his horse, Kaya. So, we will need to roll initiative. But again, you have surprise, Grinch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. What? It's not gonna go good. So,
Yeah, he rolled a 2 for initiative. All right, so go ahead. What do you want to do?
I'm just going to aim for the head and fire.
Okay, so now is that a called shot?
Damn straight.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give this shot to you without your +2, but you'll still get your second shot at the end of the round. Remember, you get 2 shots.
Right.
Rate of fire.
Right.
But I won't let you have your +2 for this called shot.
For the called shot.
Right. So you get to roll it without a negative modifier.
All right.
Right.
Let's see here, guys.
And if you hit him, we'll give a little bonus if you hit him in the head.
Okay. That's going to be an 11 to roll.
Okay, so let me make a check here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you missed. But he doesn't appear to notice it. He does not appear to notice it. So you missed enough that he didn't even notice it.
Didn't hear it.
And he has rolled a 2, Crystal. So what did you roll for initiative, Crystal?
That's D6.
Yeah,
Correct.
so that's yep. /R 1d6.
Oh, it's slash first. That's right.
Cody's gonna miss out on the first real fight.
I know.
Isn't that funny? Well,
I got
Let's
a
keep
6.
him alive.
oh, so as he swings his leg over and he drops down, so as he swings his leg over and drops down onto the ground, he smacks with his shield on his left arm. He smacks the horse with his left hand. Shield's on his right arm. Excuse me. He smacks the horse with his left hand. The horse bolts, and you can go first. You and Kaylin get to go first.
Yep.
So he's basically smacked this horse out of the way, and he's standing there with his shield in his right arm and a free left hand.
Shit. I don't have any real weapons besides my staff.
Well, that's
No,
a
but
weapon.
You have Kaylin. Remember, your staff, in this crystal, the staff does the same damage as all other weapons, so it's not worse than anything else.
No, your staff does great things.
Yeah, but while he's got a shield, not really. Unless I can get under the shield, and I don't see any way to get under the shield to the vulnerable belly.
But at this lower level, your attack isn't that different than mine. So you're doing fine.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. I mean, you have to use your imagination. If you hit him,
I know. I'm sitting here thinking.
You basically beat him. You beat him to the punch.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit him with my staff.
I love it.
Okay. And you remember, you guys are all level 2 now. So remember, you get a plus. Let me double check that for magic users. Here I am with old school, and I don't think magic users get the bonus to hit. Let me see.
I'm on the attack roll tables right now, and They're the
Can
same.
Fighters
somebody
get plus
tell me
1.
what I roll? Because I don't remember.
Magic users
But
do not
6
get a
or
bonus
D20?
to hit. So you
Right.
just roll a normal 1 die 20. Just roll a normal 1 die 20, and then I'll tell you whether you're successful.
Okay.
And you want to roll high, of course.
Descendant. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
And this.
So,
right?
so as you spin the staff around and come over the top, he nonchalantly. This is not hard for him. With his shield on his right arm, he just smacks that staff away. And Kalen, it would be Kalen's go now.
Am I rolling for him?
Go for it.
Yeah, hold on. Let's double check what he can do now. He's got this pole arm. So remember, he has a special. If he rolls a 19 or 20, he gets a second attack. He will not. He does have a +1 bonus to hit.
Yep.
Because he's level 2.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and roll it.
So it's die 20 +1 before you roll it.
Do I add +1 after the 20 or before it?
Right
You
after
just go
what?
D20 +1. Yep.
No
right
spaces.
No spaces.
Not after the between the 20 and the +1. Don't put a space.
Okay.
That's all I meant.
And hope for a 19 or 20.
Damn
Oh! So Kalen spins this polearm around, comes over the top, and again, he just sticks this shield up over his head, and the polearm bounces off the shield. And he, let's see here, he has a, okay, so he is going to use his shield bash. All right, he has a +2 to hit. He's going to shield bash Kalen.
Smart.
Okay, so hold on. I got to get this thing. Oh!
Of course he does. And Jason's rolling with his blue dice. Perfect.
Right. It doesn't seem to matter what I roll. Okay,
DM
so
kill.
he does 1 die. So he shield bashes. He basically charges Kalen and hits him with this shield. 1 die 6 +2. So hold on, let me roll this.
Goes all Spartan on him.
Right. Woo! 5.
Ouch.
Kalen, I think Kalen has 12. So Kalen, he takes a good shot and he stumbles back. And Grinch, into the turn, you get your second shot.
I'm gonna lock and fire. No call this time.
Okay. And you get your +2 now, of course.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? We forgot. You're at short range.
That's right.
I think short
That's a
range
lot
is.
to wash, babe.
Oh, where is our missile weapons? I think short range is another plus, isn't it?
Additional thief.
Oh no, that's that. Let's see.
Not in this
Yes.
one. Is it?
So it is +2 at short range. So you already get a +2. So +4.
+4.
Yeah, you would have missed, by the way, even on your last roll.
With
Would've missed.
+4. That's fine.
No.
Oh, go figure.
Nice. Again, 1 die 6 for your arrow, right?
Die 6, correct. I can't type, dude. We're hosed.
That's all right.
Oh. You're killing me here, White Bucks. You're killing me.
That is not good. All right, roll initiative.
We'll see, and that's crap too, because it doesn't
so
matter
this-
White Box or 5th edition. A 1 on a 6-sided die is still a 1.
Right. So this arrow sticks in the so as he bashes Kalen backward, this arrow hits him in the left shoulder blade, and you hear him kind of bark out and look back over his shoulder. He's now angry. He's surprised. Where did that come from? But he's now been stung. He's a little angry.
Yep.
So 6.
Oh, gosh. Do it again. Give him another 6.
Gosh. So you've made him mad now, Grinch.
Great.
It can get washed.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll the initiative. You did great last round.
Me?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I can't beat a 6. Go for it.
I don't think I did good last round with my initiative.
You rolled a 6.
G6, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Close.
Woo,
So close.
Okay, so he bashed Kalen backward on that first shot. He's going to spin around and reach out and grab you with his left hand.
Me?
Yes, Kaya. He reaches out with his left hand. And I need to roll to hit here with a +2. So he's actually reaching for you with his right hand.
Okay.
I mean, his left hand. He's left-handed, I should say. No, so as he reaches for you, it kind of hits you on the shoulder and you shrug away as he's reaching clumsily for you. All right, who wants to go first of your group?
Since he's facing her, I'm going to sling my bow over my shoulder as I charge forward for a backstab.
Okay.
And if I remember properly, I get a +2 to that, or is that just on the damage?
No, I think it's to hits normal. I think it's the damage, but let's look this up. +2 to base hit bonus.
Yep.
No plus to damage. That's fascinating.
But if you are successful, the thief may roll his weapon damage twice.
Oh, there it is. Right, you roll 2d6 if you hit. Yes,
nice.
Beautiful. Okay.
So +2. Nope. Swing and a miss.
Okay, so you kind of stumble between his legs. He still doesn't know you're there. So you kind of come running up, and as he reaches for her, timing wise, you just kind of step under his shield and kind of between his, not necessarily between his legs, but under his shield.
There's such a thing as being too stealthy.
Right. Okay, but he doesn't appear to see you. He doesn't appear to know you're there.
Wonderful.
All right, Kaya and Kaylin.
I'll try and hit him again.
Okay, go right ahead. Now, don't forget, you've got this.
I know. I've got to be careful with what I use at the moment.
That's right. That is right, because it would knock everybody down.
We're all kind of in the same little ball here.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm sucking at this.
8. Okay. So again, you swing over the top, and just as he's reaching for you, and you're trying to spin away from him, you try to swing this staff. You hit him, but it doesn't appear to do much to him. I mean, it kind of bounces off his back.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, Kaylin.
What does
Kaylin
he
again
have?
has
I don't even know.
pole arm
Yeah, just a regular.
and a +1 to hit. And again, if you roll a 19 or 20, he gets a second attack
Right.
roll.
That's right.
He still has to roll, but yeah.
+1?
Correct.
Yes. Holy cow!
That's what we call a nat 20, ladies and gentlemen.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so you got to roll damage. 1d6 +1. And then you get another attack roll. So he spins this pole arm and then spins it back around on him. So that's...
Beautiful.
So 1d6 +1.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So while he's trying to reach out for Kaya, Kaylin's come down right in the... Oh! +1. Did you do +1?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, so Kaylin swings down right on the middle of his back. And then you got to roll a second attack. He pulls this pole arm loose, and you see him physically cave. He's not down. He's stumbling forward, and he's clearly wounded.
Ouch.
Second shot with a +1. Oh, no. You need to roll to hit.
Yeah, roll a d20.
Oh.
I was going to say, oh, that's too bad.
I was like, you're rolling like Grinch. Way to go. He forgets you're there.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're
No,
fine.
that's
You're
okay.
fine.
You're fine. Are you kidding me?
D20 +1, right?
Yes.
Yes. 21. Unbelievable. Oh, his second. And as he pulls it out of his back and tries to step through again, as as the toss stumbles away from that last blow, it just misses him, hits the ground, and we've got to roll initiative. Oh, no. You've got a second shot, right? No, Grinch, you
Nope.
didn't shoot.
I
You
went
actually,
to daggers. So.
Okay. Okay, so we got to roll initiative.
Yep. I'll do it this time.
Who, me or you? Okay, got it.
2.
Don't ever
6.
let me do that again.
Okay, so hold on now. I got to do this real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so he stands up, and still, let me double check one thing here real quick. Where's my 6? I got it right. Some of this I have to roll in private. Some of it I have to. Okay.
Sure.
So he spins around and he charges with his shield again. Bull rushes Kalen. He's a little upset about that shot he took.
That was a good clip there. Yeah.
Oh, and he's so wounded and he's enraged. He just kind of stumbles by Kalen. He's right on the edge of this mesa, by the way.
Nice.
Okay.
So he stumbles by Kalen. He's kind of standing on the edge of this mesa. He's clearly not 100%. And it is. I don't know who wants to go first. Caitlin's doing all right. He's not even here. Cody, I mean.
Right. It's dim all over again.
It's the story of Cody's role-playing experience.
He's amazing when he's not here. Poor guy. I want to run up behind him as he stumbles past Kalen, kick him in the back of the knee, and shove my dagger right into his spine.
Okay, you've got the +2. He has no idea you're there. I rolled to see if he saw you. He did not. So +2.
Don't.
I just suck at this.
Okay, so it looked good. You kicked him, but he's so big.
Yeah.
Grinch.
Yeah.
He's so big and heavy that you thought you put enough into it. It just wasn't enough as your foot kind of slid off his calf, and you kind of hit him with a dagger, but it didn't quite penetrate his leather armor.
Yep. He might know I'm here now.
You're realizing at this point that some of these guys are big, and you don't realize how much strength sometimes it takes. Right. Okay, Kalen or Kaya, who's next?
He's facing away from me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because he tried to charge Kalen and kind of stumbled past Kalen.
Could I try to hit him in the back with my staff?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right in the middle of the spine?
Yes. Where he's already bleeding profusely from the polearm.
Exactly. D20.
Oh, so again, you strike him with it, but it doesn't appear to penetrate his leather armor. It's like your staff slides off the armor and over his shoulder.
Right.
All right, Kalen.
Kalen's going to bring it home.
And meanwhile, Grinch, as you kind of spin, you can see now down the hill, probably 200 yards away. You can see two humanoids coming up this mesa toward you guys, toward this fight.
Right.
Okay, D20 +1, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, somehow, don't ask me how, but the orc in his flailing defense deflects Kalen's polearm.
Oh my goodness gracious!
How far away from us is he? Like how many feet?
Oh, you guys are all of you. You're like a bundle. You're like all in this 3-foot space, swinging and punching, and yeah. So you guys are all like in 5-foot space, right? It's a 10-foot space, but you're all right on top.
Right on top of each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we got to roll initiative.
You do it. I sucked last time. Go for it.
Again, Grinch, you have seen these humanoids coming up the mesa.
Yep.
Oh, they're not humanoids. One's a dwarf, one's an elf.
How does in combat communication work in OSR?
Just yell.
Kind of whatever.
Just
I look
scream,
to him and it
whatever.
says, "We have to hurry. There's more coming."
Okay. So Kalen and Crystal, you hear Grinch bark out, "Uh-oh." And meanwhile, you guys won initiative.
Thank goodness.
The only thing I can think of would be to use "You shall not pass," but that knocks everybody down but me.
Right. Does it do any damage?
No, it
It
does
doesn't
not.
do any damage. How long does it leave them down?
1 turn. Everybody has to spend a turn getting up.
Right.
Even me?
No.
Everyone but you. So yeah. There's more guys
And
coming
I can
though.
only use my
Well,
staff, right?
Wait a second. They have to make a save roll.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you do it. Everyone gets to make a save roll. Whoever makes a save stays on their feet. Right.
Yep.
So here's the it's a great tool, but if everybody fails except Sata, you would be face to face with Sata.
As we're all prone.
So, I'm like...
So maybe not that one just yet.
It's really a good escape
because it'll knock everyone out.
It's really a great escape tool. It's not really a great combat tool.
Right.
If you needed to run away from a crowd of people or something.
I can't.
Or if you just wanted to stop people from chasing.
Out.
Yep.
Yeah, sleep.
Detect magic is useless at this point.
Well, remember, you could defend. You could go into a full defense mode.
Yep.
Which would give you a bonus to your AC. You could wait. You could also wait and let Kaylin and Grinch go.
That's kind of what I was thinking about doing.
Cool.
Okay, so you can wait. That's fine.
Roll for Kaylin.
Go for it.
Okay. 1 die. Well, he's been the champion.
Heck yeah.
D20.
+1.
+1.
Oh!
Nope.
So again, somehow Sata sets behind his shield with both arms and takes the brunt of Kaylin's polearm, and then stands up and shrugs off Kaylin's polearm and sticks his chest up in the air and screams, basically.
Okay.
Grinch, go.
That'll leave me an opportunity to sidestep behind him and go for the backstab.
Yeah, let me make the roll. Okay, now I rolled a 5. He does know you're there now, so that you would not be able to do. But you can certainly attack him. But
okay.
Yeah, he now sees you there.
Okay, no problem. Let's see then that.
Oh! Nice. And your daggers?
Correct.
That's 1d6 -1, I think, right?
Wow, I wrote 1d6 -3. I'm glad I didn't go with that.
Did you really? Let me double check.
I don't know why I wrote.
That's
no,
bizarre.
it's not.
What's your strength?
10.
It's only -1. That's weird.
Weird.
I don't know why you did that. No! So you step up, and what are you doing, Mike? Describe this to me.
I'm going to try to shuffle step to the side behind him, climb up his back, and bury this right into his side of his neck. Okay,
and as you do, he's already yelling. He stuck his chest in the air. It's like in a war cry. So at this point, he's getting confidence again.
Yeah.
As you basically use that moment to climb up and drive this dagger into his neck, and he just kind of gurgles and stumbles with you on his back, and he starts stumbling toward the precipice. Make a dexterity check for me. You got to roll below your dex.
Why did I choose thief again? Looking at my dex.
because in old school it didn't matter.
Right.
Oh!
Way over my dex.
He topples off this mesa and takes you with him.
Dagger was stuck in his neck.
Yeah, and you're basically riding on his back. So I'm gonna make a couple of rolls here. D20 rolls. Hold on.
Yep.
Oh, and you will take damage.
Yep.
So he basically rolls over with you on his back. Hold on now. How do I do half damage?
We'll just
divide
do it.
2.
We'll just do it.
There it is.
2.
So you took 3. So that rolled to 6 divided by 2. 3 points.
Perfect.
Right. So you just do divide. So you took 3 points of damage as he rolls over, his body weight kind of crushing you against the ground, and then he rolls away and slides down the mesa, lifeless. His shield loose from his body, sliding down the mesa, and you're kind of laying there going, you're feeling a little busted up there.
Heck yeah.
3 points of damage, but he is clearly dead. And Kaya, you can see the dwarf and the elf now are within about 100 feet.
Okay.
So in another turn, they will be up here with you in one more turn.
Um.
And you see Gringe lying probably 12 feet from you down the slope, and Sataw's body sliding down the slope with a shield.
I'm not stuck under him.
No. He rolled over and kind of landed on you, bounced off you, and slid away.
Okay.
And you're kind of laying there in the dirt where he landed on you.
Jeez.
I can stop them with my special, right?
Yeah.
They're 100 feet. They have to be within 60 feet, but you could definitely wait till they close the 60 feet range.
Okay.
Because remember, you haven't used your turn, so do you want to wait until they close that gap and then use it?
I mean, I can't use anything else, so yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so we will roll initiative for this turn.
Wait. Question
Yeah.
before we do that.
Yeah.
Could I push Kylan out of the way? Kaylin out of the way.
You couldn't push him 60 feet.
Right.
Remember, you got to get him 60 feet out of the radius.
Hang on.
Oh. It's been an evening fraught with real life peril.
That's good. That's all right, you know. I've never played a role-playing game that didn't have interruptions ever.
Oh yeah.
That's all right.
That's it.
Whew, I'm melting over here, though, man.
Dude,
hot.
it's so hot. What the heck? I'm not cool with it.
I mean, I hate it.
Same.
This kind of heat gets a little bit
I'm back.
oppressive.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Okay, so again, you get to wait until they get into the 60 feet, and everybody just has to make saving rolls. So Kayla will have to make a saving roll, and these two will have to make a saving roll. Of course, Gringe is already on the ground.
Yeah.
So Gringe, it'll be totally irrelevant to Gringe.
I'm going to start to get up just for humor.
Well, we haven't rolled initiative for that round yet.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So wait. Okay. So 1d24. This will be for the dwarf. And he made it. So he. No saving roll. He failed. So the dwarf basically lifts off the ground and flies back about 4 feet, and he's tumbling down the mesa away from you guys. Because we are on a slope, so we have to remember this kind of
stuff,
simulationist theory stuff. The elf, the elf makes it. So the elf basically jumps with it and lets the ground shake, and then he lands and smiles at you as he races right at you, Kaya, with his longsword drawn. So we have to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, Kaylin, we need to roll for Kaylin.
I need to roll for Kaylin.
See if Kaylin
D20?
stays on his feet.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think he needs a 13. He does. He needs a 13 or up.
Beautiful.
He stays on his feet.
So Kaylin rides this out. He basically just rides it out. Okay, initiative.
Go for it.
I'm rolling initiative. You ain't rolling.
I ain't rolling initiative no
Range
more.
has to get up. So 4 for us. 4 for the elf.
Okay. 6
for me.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So the elf is charging ultimately right up the slope, right at you, Kaya. What do you want to do?
Goes into defense.
Okay, so you're going to prepare. Now remember, you can set your staff for a charge. He's charging you. So if you set your staff in the staff in the ground, right? He gets a -2 to his armor class, and you get a +2 to hit him if you set your staff.
Yep.
Sets my staff then.
Okay, so you set your staff, and Kaylin gets to go before the elf.
Okay. What all can Kaylin do? I really did not pay attention to anything he does because he's
basically a pole arm.
Yep.
And he's doing pretty good with it. So
go with it. Absolutely.
Can he charge with this pole arm?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
So we got an elf and a paladin, a fighter charging. Yes, you can charge him, and that's a +2 to hit, but he gets a -2 to his armor class.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
So he's going to have a +3 to hit on this.
Right.
He's really gonna hate me for this if he dies. Let's see.
That's
14?
decent.
It hit. That hits. So roll 1d6, and his damage is +1. Yes, it is. All right.
4.
Okay, so Kalen charges him with his polearm, and as he runs by the elf, he cuts the elf's leg, but the elf's still charging. He spins around, and he's still coming right at you, Kaya, and he gets a +2 to hit, but you have set your staff. So you hold on. We get to go. If I could get this typing thing down. +2. Actually, he has plus. He's already so he's a +4 to hit. I hate to say.
Can you attack? Charge. Can you attack while prone in this edition?
I was gonna say.
You know. There's no rule for it. I would if you had a missile weapon handy. I might let you get one shot off, but not in melee.
Without switching weapons, I can just throw my dagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I flip it off the out of the pommel to the tip, and just wing it at the guy's
Beautiful.
back.
Yeah, because I've got a 1d20 +4 queued up here against Kaya, so and you do have initiative, so.
And that's a missile weapon. That's a +2.
Yeah. And short range.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you just flicked away your. All right, so I'm telling you, it looked awesome.
It looked great.
Unfortunately, it struck Kalen in the side of the head and killed him dead. But that's,
seriously?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
That's not a serious
Oops. Sorry.
It just as the elf spins away from Kalen's blow, the dagger misses. Had Kalen not hit, your dagger would have been beautifully placed.
Right.
Okay. So here it is. 1d20 +4 to hit Kaya. Oh, it's not a crit. Of course, there is no crit. Okay, 1d6 plus 1 for his weapon.
Yep.
Wow, so Kalen took a shot. If this is a 7, I'm afraid she's finished. I think you have 7, right? Okay, let's hope this is not a 7.
That is not a 7.
2. Okay. So Kaya, you withstood his blow. Good job. And guess what? You now get to hit him with a +2 because of your set staff. So you need to roll a 1d20 +2. Nice, you got him. So roll 1d6. So he hits you, but unfortunately it hits him right in the chest, the staff.
Nice.
Set in the ground.
Just a d6 plus what?
1d6. Just 1d6?
Just 1d6. I thought it was a plus something.
Oh, no, that's just the to hit was the +3. Okay. You can actually hear the air rush out of him as it hits him right in the solar plexus, right where it knocks.
Or anything?
Well, yeah, it knocks all the wind out of him, but he's still alive. He's standing there gasping, but he's still upright. Okay, we got initiative.
Yep, roll again.
Now, 1. You're going to win this. Now, Grid, you still got to get up, though.
Yeah.
Your turn to flick that dagger. 5. Okay, so Kalen and Kaya get to go. And Grange, of course.
I'm going to try and my staff, it has a pointed tip, doesn't it?
I'm sorry, it has what? I didn't hear that.
Does it have a pointed tip?
It could. Completely flat? Sure, it could. It's up to you. Like a spear, kind of like a spear. Yeah.
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 I'm going to try and stab him in the jugular with it. Okay. Unless it's too close.
Go for it. Swing it around. He's kind of gasping for air here. He's taking a shot in the ribs.
Yeah, that hurt.
Hard shot on the ribs would work too.
Oh, roll one. Unfortunately, there's no
Damn.
crit, but that's nice. So yes, you hit him right in the jugular. Now let's see what. Now I won't give you any bonuses, but it might not matter. But at least you hit where you wanted to. Oh, we're gonna make that a 2 for your 20. So 2 points of damage. So you do you jab him in the neck, but you might not quite have gotten the jugular. You hit him in the neck though, and he's still on his feet. All right, Kaylin.
Let's see. R. +1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Rough
From
roll.
20s. What you talk about feast or famine from 20s to 2s.
Yep.
Okay, so Kaylin unfortunately just can't steady his feet as he swings into this elf. Having charged, he's trying to spin around and get a shot, and he just can't get himself under control before that polearm gets away from him. Okay, Gringe. Meanwhile, Gringe, you see the dwarf is closing in on Kaylin. The dwarf is this turn. The dwarf will have a chance to hit Kaylin.
I would like to do a backward somersault into the brush and stay in a kneeling position, so when the dwarf runs past, I can shoot him in the back.
Okay, gotcha. And it's my turn, isn't it? Okay.
Yep.
So the elf now writes himself. I'm going to make a 1d6 roll to see who he attacks, because at this point he's been speared in the neck. So 1 to 3, he'll go after Kaya, and 4, 5, or 6, he will try to attack Kaylin. Kaylin, he's going after Kaylin. He gets a +2 to hit. 1d20. Whoops! I don't know what I just did. I just paged up. +2. 7. He misses. So as he spins around with his long sword and swings wildly at Kaylin, and the blade Kaylin kind of sucks his gut in and steps back, and this blade just misses his stomach. And the dwarf races by Gringe. And again, I'm going to roll here to see who this. Actually, the dwarf is going toward Kaylin. I said, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Holy cow. I don't know what I just typed, but that's one of the funniest looking things I've ever seen. 1d20. All right, the dwarf up on... Oh, onto Kaylin, 22.
Oh.
Jiminy Christmas. This, I don't know where Kaylin's at here. 1d... Oh, 1 point. And where is Kaylin? He has not been hit yet, has he? Oh, yes, he's down to 6. So
That's
Kaylin is down to
6
HP. Okay, so the dwarf sprints by you, Gringe, and with his axe, his hand axe, strikes Kaylin in the thigh.
Okay. Well, I would like to, if this works, I would like to stand and shout at both of them to freeze where they are. We've slain Satan. If you stay where you are, you get to live.
Okay. Let's see, make sure I'm up. See, I did it wrong. Okay. No, they're not affected by that. Sorry about that. They are not. So I did a morale check.
Fair enough.
Hang on a second.
Okay. Yes.
Just one moment.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting coaching from Cody on the telephone. He's called her. He's coaching her. All right. Here's what I want you to do. No, wait a second. According to the chart, it is uncertain. So they're uncertain. See, I'm happy I looked that up. So a 6 is uncertain. So they kind of paused to think about what you just said.
Interesting.
So I'm happy I looked that up.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a chart there. It's a reaction check chart. So not really morale like in basic fantasy, but
Right.
it'll work for us. I mean, I'll use it. That's what I love about OSR. We can make this stuff flexible.
They have a morale check, but either one of those would work.
Well, where is the morale check? Oh, there it is.
Page 4.
Hold. Oh, so they hold. There it is. I was looking under Wandering Monsters. Yes, you're right. So they hold. There we go. So they stop dead in their tracks. And now,
Okay.
so they have stopped. Did you hear that, Crystal?
Yeah, I heard all that. I'm back.
Cool.
Okay. So he yells freeze. We've killed Sata, and we've what did you say? And
If they drop their weapons, they get to live.
okay, they're holding right now. Let me see. You have Silver Tongue, right?
Right.
Yeah, he still has silver tongue.
Okay. They stand up and they grip their weapons. We're not dropping our weapons, but we'll hear what you have to say.
So I'm keeping an arrow trained right on the dwarf.
Okay.
And I tell them, says, Sata attacked us. What is your intent now that he's gone?
We're going after that money. We're going after the gnome, the money, and the treasure. That doesn't change. We're now free men. We're now even more motivated.
I don't unknock the arrow, but I slacken the string and point the arrow to about 45 degrees angle down. I said, well, that works just fine then. Come with me, and I'll give you a cut.
Okay. Here we go. And we're going to use your Silver Tongue for this.
Great.
Dang it, I did it again. There we go. I said I can't think of R and 2 at the same time.
I know. I know.
Give you a 8. Let's look that up. 8 is hold. They're still holding.
Yep. They're unsure.
And why should we negotiate with you? We don't know who you are.
Exactly why. You can either be the ones that joined me and returned with the city's gold, much to your own gain, or you can be another dwarven skeleton then laid next to a dirty smelling orc.
Okay, we'll give you a +3. Ah! All right, he slackens his grip and says, "All right, let's talk. Let's talk share. How much are you talking about?"
Well, there's 5 of us. I'd say cut it 5 ways.
What's wrong? Angel, what's wrong?
I say there's not 5 of us.
Did I count wrong?
We have Crack, the Unlock, the Aklakno, and 2 humans.
What's wrong?
Oh, yes, your 2 human compatriots. I spoke with the Unlock.
Oh,
So there's even more of us. So there's an even higher chance of our success.
what do you think of our
I say it's even shares.
He looks to the elf and asks the elf.
I doubt
See here.
Sata was
All
going to
right.
give you such a good deal.
So he's going to ask the elf, and since he is friendly with the elf. Okay, so the elf nods. I'd rather live and have, and I'm looking at the, whatchamacallit here, the, what is that? Can't find it now.
What's that?
The retainer chart. Does it not have the retainer chart in White Box? There should be a retainer chart. Or maybe not.
Got it.
I will. I hope we're ending this soon.
Let's see. Oh, no, that was Iron Falcon.
That's right, Iron Falcon. See, I just assumed this has this the same darn game, you know?
Right? You OSR guys just making up all your own versions of the game.
Either way, the elf says, "I'd rather live and have something than die and take the chance of dying and having nothing." So he pulls his sword down and puts it back in its sheath,
Beautiful.
sheaths his weapon, and says, "Then we need to get the map off of Sata."
Absolutely.
He starts walking down the mesa towards Sata. And the dwarf puts his hand axe away and puts his shield up on his back. Kind of looks you over. Again, they don't see many of you, and kind of snorts and grunts at you.
I put my hand out flat and vertical and say, my name is Grinch.
I am Averill.
I shake his hand, whether he has his extended or not.
Okay.
Maybe we should call it for the
So
night.
you grab his index finger on his right hand and kind of wiggle it.
Right.
I am Averill. Where is my
Averill?
Averill is his name.
Beautiful.
Index card here. Averill, and the elf is Nexus. That is Nexus.
Excellent. Averill the dwarf.
And he spins around and nods down the hill. That human down there with the wagon. And you look down there about 200 yards away as this human's bringing a wagon up the mesa.
Yep.
With two horses. That's Norman.
Named Norman.
And Karak, the Oklok No, went ahead early in the morning with the other human.
No, what was his name again? The Oklok?
Croc.
Croc.
Croc. K-R-A-R-K. Croc. Whatever.
Croc. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Well, that's a good place to stop.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool, guys. Thanks.
That's great.
Have a great night,
Good
Crystal.
game, guys.
Good game.
That was fun.
That was
Very
a lot
good.
of fun.
Absolutely.
We're all alive tonight still.
Yeah, it was close, though.
That could have gone worse, that's for sure.
I thought I was going to be the one dead tonight.
And in an OSR, it can happen in one shot sometimes. So, all right, very good. And what we'll do next week is level you up to 3, guys. So you'll be level 3 starting next week. So we'll talk about that at the beginning of the next session. We'll get everybody leveled up to 3. And hopefully Cody's got a phone and everything working next week.
Yeah.
If not, Crystal, he can just give you like a written game plan of what he wants you to do with
And I can play him, okay. And this character can be mute.
Yeah. We've seen crazier.
That was awesome. All right, guys, great game.
Hell yeah.
And Mike, I'll see you Saturday, my friend.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
It's gonna be great fun.
I got to go make some videos about some OSR books I just got.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
telling
you
you, brother.
guys.
I'm so happy to see. We'll see you, Crystal. Thanks.
See you, lady. Let me turn off the stream just quick.